when I'm asked to factor completely, I'm going to first take out the greatest common factor. So I'm first looking for what is the greatest common factor, and what I do is I look at the numbers first. So I'm looking at the number 3, and the number 60. What factors do those numbers all have in common? Well, if I start with the number 3 and I think, okay, well the only factors are 3 and 1, and then same here obviously, and then 60 also can be divided by 3. So these all have a common factor of 3. And then I notice that here there's 3 x's, here there's 2 x's, and here there's 1 x. So they all have this 1 x in common. So my GCF is 3x. So I'm going to pull out that GCF. And what that means is I'm going to take the GCF like this, and I'm going to say, okay, what would I have to multiply by in order to get this? So 3x times what would get me 3x to the third? So 3 times just 1, right, which can be invisible, is 3. And then x times what is x to the third? Well, there'd have to be 2 more x's, right? If I'm starting with 1x and I need there to be 3 x's, I need 2 more. Okay, then I have kind of the same thing happen here. 3x times what is 3x squared? Well, again, 3 times invisible 1 is 3. And then in order for there to be 2 x's, I need an additional x here. So 3x times 1x will be 3x squared. And 3x times what is negative 60x. So first I notice the negative sign. I'm going to put that. 3 times what is 60? 3 times 20 is 60. And since there's already an x here on the 3x, I don't need to add another x to make it 60x. So now that I have this, and I'm going to go ahead and just erase some of my extra marks, including these, I can actually continue to factor this because this is a trinomial with no number out in front here. So I'm looking for 2 numbers that multiply to negative 20, and add to this number here, which is 1. So I'm thinking of numbers that multiply to 20, and if I subtract them, they get 1, and those numbers are 5 and 4. And since I want them to add to positive 1, I'm going to make the 5, the larger number, positive, and the 4, the smaller number, negative. And you can always re-multiply this and make sure that you get back what you started with, but there is your answer.